Summation notation. We're going to be learning about something called sigma notation, and the formulas to find the sums of finite series. So some definitions for you. A series is a sum of a sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4 are terms in a sequence. The series is the sum of them, so the value of that series is 10. This is a finite series because we have a finite number of terms we're adding. We're not adding them up infinitely. So summation notation uses the Greek letter sigma, which is the Greek letter for S, and this is telling us to take term 1 and add them all up to term n of whatever this sequence is. So for example, and pause that if you need to, this says take the first 5 terms of the sequence defined by 3k. So what that looks like, altogether, 3 times 1 plus 3 times 2 plus 3 times 3 plus 3 times 4 plus 3 times 5, which altogether equals 45. For number 2, we're told to start at k equals 5 and go to k equals 8. So, altogether, that's equal to 174. Notice that I include both 5 and 8. So it includes both of those terms. There are some formulas here. We have the sum of a finite arithmetic sequence. The formula that you should copy down so that you can use it is this formula over here. It comes from a method that we will discuss in class from a mathematician named Gauss. And so basically what we end up doing is taking 2 times the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference multiplied by the number of terms divided by 2. So let's try a couple of those. Alright, so now we have our formula up at the top here. I'm going to take the term numbers from 1 through 5. I'm going to use the formula real quick to make this a faster process. So I need to know what the first term is. I need to know what the common difference is. And I need to know what n is. And then I'm going to plug those into the formula. So that's what the formula looks like filled in, n minus 1 equaling 4. And when you simplify everything, we get a finite sum of 95 when we look at the first 5 terms. Looking at number 2, we start at k equals 5 and go to k equals 8. So in this case, since we're not doing it the long method, we're using the formula, we actually need to do this in 2 steps. We're going to subtract the first 4 terms, or the sum of the first 4 terms, from the sum of the first 8 terms, so that we're left with only 5 through 8. So when I break those 2 pieces down, I get 184 for the first 8 terms, and I get a sum of 44 for the first 4 terms. Subtracting those, and we get 140 altogether. So try this little word problem here. Give your answer on the Google form, and we will go over that as a warm-up next class.